Separates a player from a god or a god from a player. Three things come to mind. One, attunement. Two, intention. And three, I'm kind of doing this on the fly, attunement, intention, and reverence. Those are the three things to me that separate the men from the boys, the gods from the players, so to speak. And if you look up those words and you start feeling into those words, you're going to see what I mean. Someone can do the exact same thing with a different intention and it be honoring. I have known men in my life that are quote-unquote players, and they do it with a sense of honor because they're not really being players. You can go and make love and be with many different people and still be a god and still be honoring. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. You think that, okay, I've either got to be good and get married and do this, or just be the bad boy, you know? And this video can also maybe clue you into maybe why you're having trouble getting a good woman or anything really. I think this video could really positively uplift and enlighten and help a lot of men. So if you're staying tuned, stay tuned some more because I'm going to go into this a little deeper. Let's talk about, the first thing I want to talk about is intention. You can sleep with many different women and have the intention of taking something, you know, getting something out of it, of being like, oh, me, God, woman, yes, that's what men do. You know, you can have that kind of gross Neanderthal attitude about it, or you can know how beneficial it is. You can understand how important and powerful it is for you to connect with someone like that. You can see how important a woman is to your upliftment in this world, and you can enjoy what you're able to give to her in return during sex or sexual connection. And within that, there has to be more than just sex. There has to be a willingness to actually connect in with the divine and take it to that level and go there, you know, and be uplifted in the experience and not just fuck, but to be willing to be vulnerable enough to get lost in a woman. That takes vulnerability, and vulnerability is just an incredible connection to who you really are. It's you no longer pretending to be something that you're not. I hope that sounds not too bad the whole time. So intention is important. If you hold an honorable intention of making love, of helping someone to feel good, of connecting and being honest and real, you can go and you can do that, and it can be a positive thing. The next thing I want to talk about is attunement. When you're with a woman, not just saying, okay, I'm gonna fuck, I'm gonna fuck, I'm gonna fuck. Each and every woman is completely different. Even though we all have similarities, we're all human beings, so we've got more about each and every one of us that is alike than is different. But there's something to be said for being able to attune to another human being, for being able to drop down and feel into them and feel into their wants and feel into their needs and help fulfill that on some level, and to share yourself in that same way instead of just having sex, doing the circus sex, switching positions, fucking and going, or making each other get off. Like, really seeing what is there for you to uplift each other in. That is attunement is tuning into another person's feelings. You want to be tuned into your own wants and needs and to theirs as well, and not just have sex be about sex. Have it be about that connectedness, because that's where it feels really good. You think sex feels good. You have no idea what sort of explosions can happen when you tune in and connect into someone, and you can love them and make love to them and not have to make marriage plans with them. And if they're And if you're clear about that, hey, I want to connect with you, and this moment is very important to me, and you are special to me because you are willing to share yourself with me, but I'm really not looking for anything more than that. So I'll cherish you in this moment, but please let that be your expectation of me, not to be more. And if that doesn't work for them, then you move on, or if they get upset about that, you move on. But just have your intentions stated clearly and attune with them and listen to them. So, okay, so there's attunement, intention, and then reverence. Having respect for the person who is letting you put yourself inside of them. What a concept. Someone who is being vulnerable enough to let you enter inside of them in the most sacred space of them, a space of ultimate creation and birth. Yeah, have reverence. If you can't have reverence for a woman in that way, then you have no business being inside of her. So find reverence for women. If you are a god, find the goddess in every woman and draw her forth. Do this through love. There has to be love in sex. There has to be, or it's just not okay. And love doesn't have to be marriage. Like I keep saying, it doesn't even have to be a boyfriend and girlfriend or anything like that. This moment's all we've got. So if we love and cherish each other while we have each other in those vulnerable spaces, that's what really matters. And if you're clear with people on that, that's what really matters. So learn to have reverence for women. What is a woman to you? Ask yourself that. And then let her be more. Let her be more expansive and more amazing and incredible and beautiful than you ever imagined, and go forward in that. So attune into her wants and needs, and know that for each woman it's going to be very individual and specific. Attune into yourself, into your wants and needs, and don't just keep doing the same routine that gets you the same sort of satisfaction and then you have to keep finding it. Like, find depth and connection that builds you as a person and builds that person. It's gonna need to be an exchange, not a succubus action. Have your intentions be good. You can have crazy, rough, wild sex, and if your intention is to engulf and pleasure that person, it's going to feel completely different than if you were to have rough, wild sex just to like bang it out. You know, there's such a huge difference in intention. You can physically feel it. You really can. And then the honor and the reverence for someone who's letting you inside of them. I could make a video like this for women too, and I might, but right now I'm addressing the men and I'm letting you know what the difference is. Why some guys can go around and have so many sexual partners and still not be assholes. They can still do it with honor and respect. Same with anything. You can drink, you can party, you can be intense if your intentions are good and you're not trying to take from anyone or hurt anyone or get over on anyone or get your angst out on anyone. If it's about love, honor, reverence, upliftment, it's going to grow and build you as a person and grow and build the person in front of you, and it's just going to be a really good exchange, and you'll connect with more people that want to make that really good exchange the better you get at being attuned, being reverent, and having your intentions be very clear. Whew.